The Switch Online service is taking a little bit of winter hibernation as the Nintendo Network is going offline for a couple of sessions over the course of 2 days. Now, this kind of maintenance wouldn't normally bother me or probably anybody, but it's very condensed and it's right during the launch week of Nintendo's biggest online game yet. We now have to pay for this service, and Smash Bros. Is a phenomenal title, albeit with some online problems, and Nintendo has announced that the Switch Online service will be down on December 12th from 4:50 p.m. Pacific to 7:30 p.m. Pacific, again from 10 p.m. Pacific to 11:30 p.m. Pacific, and then once more on December 13th from 3:50 p.m. Pacific to 6:30 p.m. Pacific.
They also have the Wii U and 3DS online being affected. Just wanted to make note of that. But Zach, I'm really hoping that they are about to tackle some of the online issues that are plaguing Super Smash Bros. Lag was a real worry for the first few days. For me, at least, since then, it's kind of like evened out. I don't see lag as much anymore, but there are other online issues that people are having with Super Smash Bros. Some of those, they're clearly not going to be fixed with that, because one of the issues is that for your preferred way of playing, if you selected like 1v1, they would still like stick you in like 4v4 stuff. So I don't think that has as much to do with the backend stuff that they're doing here for their network. But if they are for some reason doing this so that they can make sure that the Smash experience that everybody's going to be having going into the weekend is going to be as lag free as possible, then I'm behind it. It's just a few hours, I guess, so it's not that big a deal. It's just a little bit weird that they're spacing it out over 2 sessions on the 12th. I don't know why they don't just do one like big session, but I don't know.
Yeah, and given that it's Pacific, it is later in the day for just about everybody else, so maybe that was a conscious pick to try to have as little effect as possible, or a little negative effect, but it's about 7 hours over the course of 26 hours, which is a substantial chunk. Now, of course, hey, things happen, online services, stuff goes down, it's not the end of the world in any capacity. It is odd that it's all condensed, and I do think that it probably has a little bit to do, at least with trying to establish stability. You mentioned some of the problems that Smash Bros. Has had, and we've seen a lot of people, ourselves included, discussing that as sort of the only gripe, really, with this great launch. Do you think that's what they're doing if you had to put a bet?
Well, here's something I just thought of. We also have a notification from Super Smash Bros., the game itself, telling us that version 1.2.2 is coming. So it's kind of coincidental that that's getting a patch, and then this like background stuff is happening for the online service as well. I'm sure one of the things in the patch notes is going to be like improved stability for online. So I think that's a little bit too much of a coincidence. I think maybe they're tied in together, maybe? What do you think?
Yeah, that would make good sense. Smash 1.2 update coinciding with all of these downtimes. Of course, it's taking the whole Switch service on offline, and also the 3DS on the 12th, and then there's a Wii U and 3DS session on the 13th, which we should point out that if you want to play Wii U from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific on December 13th, you're out of luck, at least online.
Zach, I was about to take the Wii U out of my closet to play during that specific session. What? Now I can't.
Gabe, I know that you're bringing Smash Bros. Brawl, or Smash Bros. 4, over for my birthday party from 6 to 11, so I don't know what we're going to do anymore. You're out of luck.
Well, we definitely
I guess
can't
you'll have
Ultimate,
to bring Brawl. Well, we could play Ultimate because the Switch service is back online at that time, so. Gosh, our plans are just so messed up now. Yeah. What are we going to have to rethink this entire birthday thing. But anyhow, yeah, I really do believe that it is Smash related. I expect us to see that update come out on the other side of this, and in general, it is a lot of hours in a short period of time, but I'm not that bothered by it. This happens all the time, and again, it's not like they're doing this to like, haha, take away from you. It's unfortunate that it comes on the heels of a big game where a bunch of people probably first subscribe to the online service, but hey, you got to get your network right, and you got to get your servers right, and if that's what they're looking to do here, then we'll sit out the few hours that they have set out in front of us.
We do see people complain about that a little bit now, like, and I hate to ever like sound like any type of mean way towards consumers, but they do say like, oh, we're paying for this now. Like, they're so entitled about it. They're like, we're paying for this now, it should be perfect. And I mean, we pay for Xbox and PSN, and they have their own downtime, and we pay way more for them. It's a thing that happens, unfortunately. It's a product of the times that we are in. They want to make sure that the games work as best they can, and sometimes that just means that they gotta close things down for a little bit so they can make the experience that much better going forward.
Yeah, again, it's when I first saw this, like, wow, that's odd that it's like back to back to back, because it's totally normal to take something offline for 3 hours or whatever, but to have these strange spread sessions, unless they're gonna like bring things back and test it and then bring things off, and maybe they want to get some sort of like ebb and flow with the player presence. But let us know your take in the comments down below. Do you think this is where they remedy some of the Smash Online issues and maybe also bring in update 1.2? Will that include new spirits or anything of note, or it will be all performance and a little behind the scenes fix? Give us your take in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch and potential birthday party ruining actions from Nintendo. We got you covered year round on those. For now though, for myself and Gabe, fantastic day everybody. Thanks again. SwitchForce out.